Happy Friday night. Welcome to TCR. I'm missing my counterpart here. He will be out here shortly. He's still at work. There was a last minute fire that he had to put out. He's like, you're gonna have to start the live without me. So I can't get into all the stuff we have to talk about right off the top because I want him here for all of that, so that we can just discuss together. And again, don't mind me if I'm staring down at my phone because that's the easiest way for me to read comments. Because it's really hard to see the laptop outside the screen, at least for me. When you're it's all I see is like tree glare, and otherwise I'm like this the whole time, and that's just like weird. So at least I can kind of go like this. So come on, homesteading, David. What is going on? I know I grabbed some sipping cream today. We're gonna try it. It's in the fridge right now, chilling. Because it's since it's a long weekend, I figure we might try some of that tonight. So excited about that. Yes. Hey, Brian, the Vineyard Farmhouse. What's going on, guys? What's going on? Oh, Jen's hanging too. I love it. Scott Southworth is in the house. One of my favorite musicians next to the one that I live with. It got humid today, dude. I'm not going to lie. It got kind of humid. It was nice yesterday. It's not humid at all. And it wasn't humid earlier today. But when I got back, I had to go into Tupelo to do some major, intense grocery shopping. Because I can do, a little bit of grocery shopping here in town. But, and it's funny because I'm not used to going to the grocery store so much, guys. Because we raised, I never bought meat. I never had to buy eggs. I never, so it's so weird. And I didn't have, a lot of vegetables I didn't have to buy. But I'm having to go to the store and buy stuff because we're not set up here yet. So it's weird that I have to go do that. But I can't just walk in the back and go get what I need anymore. But we're working on it. But so I did have to go into Tupelo for some major shopping, and so I got home just in time for our live to get unloaded and get our live going. So I am doing well. Thank you for asking, Brian. Big Bear says the sun was burning today. Hello, Robert Richards. Hello. Backyard homesteader. Howdy. I love the flamingos, by the way. Thank you. You know me. I do love my flamingos. I wonder what people must think too when they come to my house for the first time, when they don't know me very well and they see that it's completely decked out in flamingos. They must think something's wrong with me. Something might be wrong with me, but I just always have loved flamingos. Side note, they're just, even ever since I was little, going to the zoo, I just stand and stare at those flamingos, and I just thought they were the coolest thing in the world. And then I even made Mike marry me at the Flamingo in Las Vegas, because if I was going to get married in Vegas, I was not going to not get married at the Flamingo. It just didn't make sense. What's going on? Oh, you love them too? I love it. YouTube didn't show me the live stream even though you're connected. I don't know about that, Belt Loop. That might be because I can see your comments, so I don't know. Oh, hello, Score One with the big guy. Oh, something must have happened with Uber. I'm a little bit behind this week on your videos, David. I'm gonna have to admit. I try to pop in and watch them, but I got really sidetracked with editing this week. I had some glitches. I had some issues, and I literally yesterday, I sat down at my computer at 7 a.m. and I didn't finish until 6:30 on a video that I had already started and was halfway through on. So that can tell you that that is not a normal amount of time for editing. There was some stuff that happened, just some issues I was having, and working with some footage that got a little messed up that I was trying to correct that I needed. And I was like, oh, so yeah, it was a long day yesterday behind the computer. Plus, some of you, if you're friends with me on Facebook, David probably saw it. I got a mosquito bite on my eyelid 2 days ago now. So we had gone down by the pond when we filmed Wednesday's video about, how we avoided getting banned thanks to Tim's warning and a few others. And I sprayed myself with the spray because I know that the bugs love me, but I obviously didn't spray my eyeballs. And I guess I was sitting still long enough that a mosquito decided that my eyeball looked tasty. And the next morning, I woke up with my eye completely swollen. And I was like, this is a problem. And it kind of calmed down a little bit. And then that night, it was even worse. And then I woke up yesterday morning and it was like I couldn't even open it all the way. Like I couldn't even open it hardly at all, I should say. And I had all that editing to do. So I like popped 2 Benadryl and sat behind the computer and just tried not to fall asleep while I edited, and I was with one eye. So, it was all good. It had to be done though. What are you going to do? Well, and I think, like, here's the thing with mosquitoes and me. They love me. Like, I could cover myself in DEET, Skin So Soft, permethrin. It doesn't matter. They will still chew on me no matter what I do. And I tend to have bad reactions to them. So if I get, specifically on my legs, like on my calves, if I get like 2 or 3 bites on my leg, I'm done for. My whole leg swells up. I can't hardly walk. Like, it's bad. Like, it's hot to the touch. You could feel that it's full of fluid. Like, Mike's always like, oh my God, I don't know how you can walk on that leg. Like, it's 4 times bigger than it should be. And yeah, it's bad. So yeah, I have to be real careful, even though I take the precautions and everything, but it is what it is. So what's going on? Let's see. Trying to catch up here on comments without staring at my phone until Mike gets out here. Let's see. Trying to back scroll here a little bit. Hello, Dawn Applegate. Hello, Lori. Hi, Susie. Oh, Dano Picola says BS about the gun safety video. I know. Hey man, you know what? I think we did the best we could to kind of reroute that. We posted it without having to have a membership on the Patreon so people could still see it. And maybe we, shed a little light on it. And I know a lot of people were saying, oh, just like move everything to Rumble. And I'm like, it's not that simple. When you build up your subscribership and your channel and your people to a certain point after a few years, it's like, you can't just stop completely and move over to a different network, so to speak. You have to really start posting it to both places for a long time, and I know Rumble is getting more popular, but it's still kind of on a fringe a little bit. So it's a little bit, I think we're going to start doing that just because it's good to have a backup. And in fact, I had talked to Mike about it. I think it was about 1.5 years or 2 years ago. I brought it up a couple of times about looking into it, to doing that, but we just haven't gotten there yet. But I think maybe that'll be the catalyst now for us to actually do it. We'll see. Let's see. Let me catch up on these. Hey, Biddy Boo's Homestead. What's going on, Dana? Let's see. Love Truck Garage. Howdy. How many bales did we get off the pasture? Steve wants to know. I believe it was 66, which is not bad. So, which is good to know for the future, like how much we'll get off of a cutting, because once we have livestock going, I mean, you guys have to understand. I know there were a lot of people who were kind of giving us grief about, oh, you shouldn't have just given them the hay and you should have kept it, or you should have sold it. We literally had just landed another mosquito. I'm telling you, they love me, and I'm sprayed head to toe in permethrin and off right now, but whatever. It would have, we had literally just landed here and the hay needed cut. So there was no, like, we weren't settled. And it just needed to be done. We don't have any livestock. We just were like, you know what? And he fixed that culvert for us, which would have cost us a couple $1,000s to do properly. So, and he did it for us. So I feel like that was a good trade. And it's good now we know, like, what the procedure is, how many days it takes. We know, how many bales we're going to be able to get off the land. And so that's good for future reference. So I feel like it was a good trade for me. At the current point that we're at, I feel like that was a really good trade for us this year. And I think that moving forward, we'll keep a third of it because I'll need it for livestock in the winter. So, and it's good to know, well, how it's, I have 20 something bales. Like, okay, cool. Like, great. So I feel like we gained more than we lost with that transaction because fixing that culvert was huge. It really was. So there was no getting across that thing nicely. So, and David from Come On Homesteading can attest to that. They fixed it nice now. I don't even have to put it in 4-wheel drive now, David. I can just go. Like, you can't even see the culvert anymore. It's just like he made like a bridge. It's perfect. Like, it's amazing. So anyway, I was excited about that. Maybe more excited than I should have been, but I thought it was good. Christine Stevenson said we trade hay from our property for a great reduction in property taxes. Oh yeah, I've heard about that too, and that's definitely a good idea. T Nova says hi. Say congrats on the move. Been watching since you started. I watch YouTube less and less. It's all about principle. Sorry, free speech is more important than money. No, I get you. It's it's hard because without getting into politics on here, I think everybody pretty much knows where we stand and one of the reasons why we left California, obviously. But I think unfortunately with a situation like that where it's their sandbox, but they're acting like a publisher when they have Section 230 protection as a platform. So it's a little double dipping going on there on their part, which I have a problem with. I like people to follow the rules, and when they don't, I get a little cranky. It's like, it's one thing, just go ahead and say you're a publisher then, and then you can make these kinds of rules. But anyway, that's my 2 cents. So take that for what it is. William Chester, it's going well. He's on his way out. He'll be out here hopefully before too much longer. Oh, I think I see movement inside. I think he's on his way. He had a little fire at work that he had to put out, and he's working on getting out here. Oh, see, I hear him. He's coming. Auntie Anne. Oh, don't ever apologize for being late. You're just happy you're here, Auntie Anne. Just happy you're here. I put a chair there so you can put your stuff. Hopefully it's not too. I didn't realize it's not as flat as I thought it was. Sorry.
It'll work.
Love you long time. Let's see.
What is going on?
Grumpy Grandpa Patriot Show.
So what did I miss? Oh,
thank you, Cindy.
I apologize for being late, guys.
She's posting the secondary channel. Yeah. So let's see here. We've got a lot to get through. A lot to tell you guys.
So much to talk about.
So much to talk about.
Yeah. But what did we talk about so far?
Nothing. I've been stalling.
Oh, all right.
I've been doing a soft shoe number.
So which thing should I talk about? You know what? I want to say we have a huge announcement. We have actually a few announcements going on this weekend.
We have several big. It was a big week for us.
Over the weekend, between now and Monday.
It's a big week for us.
It's a big week.
Actually, between now and Tuesday, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's gonna be.
It's epic.
Non-stop.
Like boom.
Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
But the first thing that I want to say that I'm super excited about that I realized today, somebody else actually brought it to my attention, and I looked it up and realized this is our 126th live.
Yeah.
We did our first live September 21st, 2017.
When we hit 1,000 subscribers.
When we hit 1,001 subscribers.
Yes.
Yeah. 2017.
Yeah. And that one I did by myself because it was like in the middle of the day and you weren't home.
And we've been consistently doing lives since then.
We took a break for a nanosecond.
For a while there, early on in like 2017, part of 2018, you were doing 2 a week.
We were doing 2 lives a week for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, I just thought that was kind of cool. When I looked that up, it came to my attention that I was just curious, like, how long we've been doing lives. And we've been doing lives for, longer than a lot of y'all knew who we were. We had 1,001 subscribers when we started doing those. Longer than a lot of the other channels out there in our niche knew who we were. But anyway, that's kind of cool. That we've been doing lives for that long. And, that's something that I want to talk about more on Monday,
Sipping and Spilling.
That's right. So Sipping and Spilling, you guys, some of y'all have heard about this.
The new channel, which Cindy just posted a second ago. Thank you, Cindy.
Yeah, I mean, you know, one of the things that, you know, that I've been learning, because where I try to learn about how to manage the YouTube business is from people out there who are trying to teach how to manage the YouTube business. You can learn from watching other channels, but they're trying to figure it out too, just like you. So, you know, this book right here, and I don't want to be a sales guy for this book by Daryl Ives, but you can see I have read this book cover to cover multiple times. And, you know, one of the many things I've learned in there is about paying attention to what's going on in your market, right? And paying attention to, and things like, you know, doing recon and figuring out how things that are working, how can you put your twist on them and make them work for you? And and we'll go into depth on this.
We'll talk about it more on Monday on the other channel.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, because it's kind of funny, like we've talked about before, we were kind of limited on some of the things that we could do where we were before, and sometimes content was a little bit of a struggle for me at times when we had a lull in projects, just because we were so small.
Yeah.
And you know, I had talked to him for probably the last year and a half, 2 years. Like, I really want to do another channel. And we're finally, now that we're here and we're at the point of being the size we are and in the place we are, I'm like, it's time to pull the trigger.
Yeah.
You know?
And you know, what's interesting is, you know, while she was wanting to do that, she was wanting to do it for all the right reasons, because what she wanted to do on that channel was different format of content, and
diversify our portfolio.
One of the things that I have learned through all of this research is you have to be consistent with your content on a channel. And when you start varying, when you start providing content that's different, like, you know, that vlog style content, you need to do that on a different channel. I mean, when I look at some of the successful channels that we're friends with, you know, can I say some names? You know, like Come On Homestead, and
he's here.
You know, he's in here, yeah.
Or at least he was. I don't know if he's still, but he
Simple
was.
Life Reclaimed and Country Road Cure now.
Yep.
You know, these channels.
All channels you should go show some love to, by the way, because we love them.
Yeah, I mean, they all did the same research. You know, they figured out, hey, look, we need to do what works, and then if we find something else that also works, we don't need to muddy this up.
Paragon, they're even a good example of that, because her son, I mean, I know technically it's not her channel because her son has Oklahoma Adrenaline Life, but it's the same family and there is a lot of overlap there.
Right.
So, I mean, it's a great idea. Yeah,
it works. But anyway, that's not what we're here to talk about today. I just thought it was cool when I went back and looked at that. It was kind of a cool, fun fact that we did our first live in September of 2017.
Yeah, it was funny because that memory, I was going through my old memories and I like saw that pop up too of the old thumbnail, and I was like, oh my gosh, too funny.
Yeah.
So
it's spilling, not chilling, but we will be chilling.
We will be chilling.
Sipping and spilling.
As in like spilling the tea. Giving you the dirt.
Sipping.
And spilling the tea.
In the sip
and spilling the tea.
That's right.
That's what we're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So, but we had a big week. Like, okay, first of all, that's happening Monday. That first Sipping and Spilling will be on Monday, which we're really excited about.
But what about Sunday?
But Sunday is huge, guys.
Oh, Sunday. You guys do not want to miss
You do not want to miss Sunday's video. Sunday's video is the video that I worked on yesterday for like 9 hours, in addition to the 6 hours.
I was going to say, we've been working on that video, Sunday's video, for a while.
Yeah, for like 2 weeks, I feel like. Yeah. I've been putting pieces of it together. And it's a big announcement. I don't want to give a spoiler or anything, but
it's a reveal.
It's a big reveal.
Yeah.
So
it is. So that's going to be super exciting. We're doing it as a premiere.
Yes, on Sunday at 3 o'clock.
So we'll be in there
Central
commenting
time
with you guys.
Yeah, we'll be watching it with you and seeing your guys' reactions live. So that's exciting.
It is.
So I'm like, I want to tell you guys, but like,
but no,
I can't. No. He'd hit me.
What?
Make my other eye. Make my other eye all wonky.
Yeah, because anytime the camera's turned off, that's what I do.
Yes, I know.
You know, it wasn't a mosquito, people.
Yeah, that's right. I talked back. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
But
so many jokes I could tell right now.
I know, you realize that like of all the black and blue marks I've ever had, it's because I did something like stupid and because I bruise easily.
First of all, you should see her from the knees down most of the time. Actually, not too bad right now.
No, I've got one.
She runs into
I have black and blue marks
everything
all the time. Yeah, I always have bruises, like bad sometimes. Yeah, it's like, yeah, it's a gift.
None of them are ever like, 4 marks on the arm or anything like that.
The mods are killing it. I didn't even see some stuff, so you guys are on it. I love it. I know I want to give you a spoiler so bad, Antian. I'll text you later though.
Yeah.
Wink.
The rest of y'all need to just be there
Yeah.
on Sunday when the reveal happens. But we should talk about Tuesday too, or do we want to wait? Like, we don't need to rush it, right? We can take our time.
We can take our time. Yeah. Oh, Christine Stevenson says I can really identify with you too. Oops. Picking up and moving so far, not knowing anyone, etc. We moved from Michigan to Texas in 1981. Oh wow. Yeah. I mean, I get it. Like,
short people always running into things like culverts. Come on. You think short people wouldn't run into things as much because they're down there closer to where the things are?
Yeah, but when you're in the truck and then you can't see the culvert, and then you just...
And the grass was tall.
The grass was tall. You couldn't see the culvert. Yeah. But now there is no... I mean, the culvert's there, but it's buried, so you can't drive.
It's where it's supposed to be.
It's where it's supposed to be.
It's under dirt.
It's under a good, packed, nice, big, thick layer of dirt, how it should be,
yep.
Which I like.
Yep.
So, let's see. Oh, Mr. MT Homestead, Pole Barn Productions. Hello.
What's going on?
What's happening? Yep, open lens. That's pretty close to accurate.
Yeah.
Toby, how long have we had this channel? We posted our first video was in...
It was in 2016.
Yeah, right at the beginning of 2016.
Yeah, but we weren't serious about it. Like, when you look up a channel and you find out when that channel was created, that's when the channel was created. And we had no intention of this being like a YouTube channel when we created it. So we didn't really start posting content until 2017, beyond like the one video of me butchering a hog that I just wanted to share with some friends. And then in 2017, we were pretty sporadic about it.
Yeah, it was right at the beginning. It was January 13th, 2016.
Okay. So then almost a year went by before we really were like, okay.
Before we did a few videos.
Yeah.
And then one of them kind of went viral.
Yeah, the chicken
and
plucker.
Then and then we did then we were still real sporadic for like the next 2 years. And then like the year before, like a few months before COVID, he was like,
that's when you took over.
Yeah, he was like, you take over now, and I took over, and I just kept us on schedule, and I started posting regularly and making it happen. So
yeah, and that's something we can talk about too on Monday's episode on Sipping and Spilling, kind of the strategies that we've learned when you're working a YouTube channel and, consistency and, all those things. But
just move it. Okay. Frankie came out.
The Frankie monster has joined us.
Here, but we didn't get her a chair.
Really see that much.
Well, here, I can move that.
You can maneuver.
I can maneuver the camera. Hold on.
So, hey, Frankie, go get one of your targets. Oh, we got to show you all what Frankie did yesterday.
Hold on. Bear with me, guys. It's the camera here.
That was a little far. You can come back a little bit. Right about there is good. That should be good.
Making sure.
That puts me front and center.
Oh, okay.
You don't like that?
No, it's fine. Oh, I did get myself a nice, I'm a Southern lady now.
What is that?
So I can fan myself. It keeps the bugs away.
So Frankie, show them what you did yesterday.
So when you're spitting.
This was the first target I shot. I got a few bullseyes on there. I'm gonna cover Dad's face.
Okay. Cool.
For Dad's face.
But that's the first target I shot.
Yeah, and this was from 25 yards. That's 25 yards, and that's her second time.
Yeah, the star showed up. David said.
Shooting. Yeah, that's her second time ever shooting.
And then this was the second one I shot.
Yeah, so we moved it in to 10 yards because I felt like that was probably where she could really just focus on grouping. And boy, did she. I mean, Yeah, I'm not mad at
Yeah,
that.
all she did really was take these and then take an ice pick to them and go like this. No, I'm
Right.
just kidding. I'm kidding.
Right.
That's not what happened at all.
And then
No,
this was the last one we had to change target kinds, but
Yeah.
They were
There
out
we
there
go.
shooting
Boom.
yesterday. That's when she shot these. Was last night. I was flying the drone, getting some practice in, and because we got a drone.
Oh yeah,
because-
you guys will be seeing some drone footage pretty soon.
yeah.
We're working on
where-
learning how to fly that thing.
The flying part is not so bad. It's the getting the footage to record and on.
I'm terrified when I'm flying that thing.
Oh no, I'm
I mean-
zipping it around. Yeah.
I mean, it's a
I
it's
like
a nice
it.
drone. It's supposed to have all this, you know, can't run into anything features, but
David
still.
says, "Glad you can shoot, Frankie, because we know your dad can."
Oh, come on.
I shot.
Shots fired over the bow. Come on.
No.
I'll volunteer the things that we're allowed to say on a live when it comes to that. And
Yeah,
you just
can't,
follow
you
suit.
can't say that you ran with scissors.
Yeah.
She can't say
Yeah.
you. What is behind me? I found it.
Okay, let's see what's going on here. I'm catching up. 284 people. I like it. I like it. What's going on, guys?
Hey, Cindy, what is this video? That's the one with.
She's sharing the one of
Oh,
the
okay.
one that we posted on Patreon. That you don't have to be a member to view it. You can just go view it.
Yeah, so Cindy's sharing the link right now, guys. We if you saw that video, we decided we posted a video where we decided not to post the video openly on YouTube of Frankie learning to shoot because we didn't want to risk getting in trouble, getting in YouTube jail. But we did post it on the Patreon page, and we posted it as a free video, so you don't have to join our Patreon in order to watch it. But Frankie did an awesome job, and
That's right.
she's probably going to be able to. Well, she already can outshoot David.
John Wigg says I need a mint julep and a big hat now.
Right? Yeah, she can definitely already outshoot David from Come On Homesteading.
Oh snap!
And who knows? She may be outshooting me before long. I mean, there's a little ways to go. There's a gap between those
That's
two
right.
skill levels.
That's right. Doug from Full Barn Productions says
maybe
all
between
these
there.
people need to hit the thumbs up. That's right. You do. Oh, hello, Terry from MT Homestead. Go show Mike and Terry some love, of course, as well.
Yeah, when
Hi,
Mike missed
Mary.
completely with the revolver, I figured out what was going on with that, just so you know, because that was my first time shooting that. Actually, that's not true. I shot it years and years
Yeah, it's
ago.
been like 15 years.
When
since you shot it.
before it became mine.
Yeah. When we
But
were in Arizona.
yeah, but since it has become mine from the family, that's the first time I've shot it, and I consistently shot like 8 inches low, but I was shooting at the top, or I was shooting at the bottom target, so every single one of those shots went into the dirt, which I figured out later off camera where it's shooting, and those sights are not adjustable, so yeah, I just have to
Oakley Frankie.
know where it shoots.
I love it.
Wait, did I figure out where it's shooting?
Yeah, shooting 8 inches low, so we just tilled some dirt up and added some lead to it.
It's fine.
That's too funny.
Yeah. Oakley Frankie, yeah. Both show.
Yes, the fan is a southern necessity. I was like, you got to keep the bugs away. Now that I got bit on the eyeball, I'm like,
And I'm sitting in the right spot.
He's getting
She's just over here fanning me right now.
Yeah, basically. So I'm like, they're
I
swarming
feel like
me right now.
if you would peel my grapes, I would be set.
Yeah, they're
You don't
I
even
need
have
palm
grapes.
fronds in order to properly fan you.
Speaking of grapes, we're supposed to have some muscadine vines
Mm-hmm.
out
back
here in
there
the creek.
somewhere.
And I was Googling it last night.
Well, we're gonna go explore the creek tonight for a little bit.
Yep.
We'll
We're
see
gonna
what
film
we
that.
find.
So that's coming up in a week or so. One of these videos that's coming up.
Yeah,
We're gonna be
I
doing
have it written down. But...
a good explore of the creek, because we got down there and looked around a little bit, Frankie and I, but people really do like
that mosquito.
you know,
I am covered in stuff, and it still tried to get me.
people like to see the property. They like to see exploration, and we haven't had time to really get down in the creek and walk it. I mean,
Yes, outdoor AC. That's
it's a
what I'm
long
doing.
ways.
I'm just trying to keep the skeeters off of my head. Like, that's my main goal right now. And it's a little warm right now. So,
That's true.
yeah.
It's not cold. It's not cold.
It's not cold.
He says I have the Mississippi Bell fan wave now down.
Got it figured out.
I got it figured out. Yeah, you gotta hold it like this. Yeah.
I got the Mississippi sweet
you know
tea
what's funny
figured
is
out.
when I was a kid, I don't know where I got them all from, but in the 80s. I don't know why I would have had a bunch of these, but I had a bunch that clipped together that I don't know. I think my aunt gave them to me or something. And I was fascinated with them, and I kept one with me all the time. That and a broken calculator. I don't know. I was fascinated by weird things.
That's why you can't do math.
And so I had these little like fans, and so I'm like, when it dawned on me, I was like, I can get myself one of those fans, and I ordered one on Amazon. I
have one on the way. It's got
Toby
Roar, $2 super chat. Frankie, would you do your own channel someday? That's a good question. Would you ever want to do your own channel?
Dad and I were actually talking about it the other night.
I think that it's definitely possible.
Possibility.
Yeah, it's definitely possible. But you know, she has to figure out what she wants the channel to be about. And then, you know, we have to be 100% on board to help make it happen. I mean, you know, it might be something about horses.
That's probably.
David says, well, at least you can hit the excuses. That's something.
Wow. Man, David, did you call a friend to help you with that burn? Because there was a delay there. I feel like you didn't come up with that one on your own. But if you did,
you went to like www.burn.com and plugged it in.
Right. You got like Master Writer helping you write these comebacks.
Lordy.
All right. That's all right. That's all right.
I love it.
Yeah. Yeah. The proof is in the deer tag come Christmas.
Uh-oh, what happened? What did I miss there, Doug? Your Papa Bear fur is standing up? I missed something. I don't know. I know. You know what? I do have those hats. They're up in my closet.
Which hats are that?
My big subtle hat.
Oh,
yeah,
I got them at the dollar store, and I was
in California.
And I used to wear them by the pool sometimes, and
twice.
Sometimes. Well, I didn't have them for that long.
2 years, 3.
No.
Yeah.
I just bought them this last year.
See what I live with?
Yeah, sorry. This is what happens.
Sometimes it gets good.
Just 12-year-olds.
Yeah.
That's
I actually have. I lost. I don't know where it is. I had a big sombrero hat.
Manuel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My Manuel for like doing outside yard work in the desert, and it's a great hat.
Thank you. These are new.
I don't know where it is. I'm sure it didn't make it to Mississippi with us because I would have seen it when we moved. I think I lost it somewhere.
I don't know.
I
don't know where you would have lost it.
I think you lost it.
It's a BAH.
Before we
big ass hat.
John Wiggles got a deer plot mix for me. Red and white clover with turnip mix and add some radish. What's that word? Kohlrabi seed. I'll have to look that one up.
As well as turkey.
Yeah. I just got some really good advice, and that's probably good advice too.
Paul says he loves the channel. He watches all the time. Thank you, Paul.
Thanks, Paul. I've been really paying attention to things that people say the most. And, you know, you said clover, you said turnips, you said radish. Those are 3 things that I am hearing a lot of.
Well, in fact, that kind of rolls right into the other announcement that we haven't said yet.
Right. So where were we on, what day did we go over there? Wednesday. Where were we on Wednesday afternoon?
Yeah. So some of you may have seen on, I think it was like last week's video, or maybe it was the week before, I had posted on our Crouch Ranch Facebook page. I'm 94 years old on our Facebook page, and this guy commented, this Cuz Strickland guy, about his podcast, and a bunch of people chimed in and were like, "Oh my God, you have to talk to Cuz. He's the dude." Blah blah blah, and we're like,
so how many people in? I'm just curious, how many people in here right now? What do we got? We got 279 people in here, and Come On Homestead just said that just because Mike can't hit anything, don't mean that y'all can't hit the thumbs up button. So he's still firing shots, hoping he hits something at some point. But anyway, of the 288 people in here now, all right, that jumped up. How many of y'all have heard of Mossy Oak?
I think everybody's heard of Mossy Oak.
All right.
I got 2 Mossy Oak hats now.
Yeah.
You're wearing an area hat today.
I know, but
shame on you.
I have to. Okay.
All right. So you heard of Mossy Oak. How many of y'all have heard of Mossy Oak's podcast called Fistful of Dirt, hosted by Cuz Strickland? If you're into podcasts, tell me if you've heard that podcast.
MT Homestead says, who hasn't heard of Mossy Oak?
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So $291. Okay, yeah.
You know the pink. You guys have seen like pink camo, right? Like all you ladies that aren't familiar with maybe Mossy Oak, have you?
David's seen pink
if
camo.
you've seen, he's like, David, where's pink camo? No, if you have seen that pink camo with like the leaves and stuff on it, that is a Mossy Oak design. So
She likes that.
I like that one.
I don't.
Yeah. Well, anyway, their flagship store is out not too far from us in West Point.
Their corporate headquarters.
Yeah.
Is 25 miles, 20 miles from us,
something like that.
Yeah.
And Cuz lives like a stone's throw from us across the main road. So he gave us a holler and he said, "Hey, I'd like to have you guys out for the podcast." And so we went and did. It's going to be a 2-part podcast. And
because we talk too long.
Because we talk a lot. And well, he had a lot of questions for us too, or not questions so much, but like talking. Like he wanted to. There was a lot to cover. I guess
there was backstory. There was things we haven't talked about on here.
Oh yeah, your backstory is crazy.
Yeah, it's. I mean, you guys have got to go.
Yeah,
check it out.
It's definitely like, yeah, it was a good time, and he's so sweet. His wife is so sweet. His daughter is sweet. His daughter is the editor of the podcast. It was great, and so hopefully I will have the companion video to that out on Wednesday, which is the stuff that we shot at his place and the tour that we took there of all his deer plots and everything.
So he drove us around his place and showed us his amazing deer hunting property. Some of y'all may have seen or can see his property by looking at his stuff on YouTube, Cuz Strickland and Mossy Oak.
Yeah.
But amazing deer hunting property, and he took us around. He showed me his deer plots. He told me how he planned the property over the last 20 years, how he's developed what he's developed, what he does for his deer plots. I mean, this was priceless information that he shared with us for hours. And he said he's actually willing to come over here and take a look at some stuff and give me some advice here at the property.
Oh, that's a good idea, Miranda Crown. She says a big screen tent would help a lot for your live, no bugs allowed. We used to have one of those too, and I think we got rid of it when we moved.
The screen tent?
Mm-hmm.
What happened to that? We were using it when we were processing animals
in the summer.
In the summer to keep the flies off of it.
I think you got rid of it when you were cleaning out the shed, but I'm not 100%.
It must have got torn up or something.
No, it was in the bag. I think you sold it or gave it away, or I don't know.
Oh.
I don't know.
I don't know.
But anyway, we had an awesome time with him, and we're super excited about the podcast. I mean, I've never listened to a lot.
She's on the podcast link. Look at you, Cindy.
Oh, Cindy.
Podcast. She's like on it.
You go, girl.
Man.
Fistful of Dirt podcast right there. So any of you guys that are into podcasts, you got to add this one to your list. I mean, this is a big podcast. It's got people like Ted Nugent on it.
Yeah, like he's had like
people
legit,
like us.
like legit people on there. And then he was like, come on over. And we were like, okay. So we were kind of like, oh, this is like a big deal. Like, not like but it was kind of a big, like, for us, it was a big deal.
Yeah.
I don't know if in the scheme of things it's a big deal.
That was a big deal right there.
Yeah.
I
get
somebody
excited.
should count how many times she said big deal.
I know.
I think she meant it.
I guarantee
I did. I did mean it. Kevin says, okay, so let's hear that British Southern accent. Fun fact. Here's the thing.
Is it going to be a fun fact?
It is a fun fact.
Right.
Did you know that the British accent actually evolved once they landed here into the Southern accent? It was quite a smooth transition with the way they pronounce the words. That's what happened.
I don't know how.
It's a true thing. I've studied this. Like this woman has this linguist thing, and I watched all the things about the different accents and where they come from.
I don't know.
It's a true story. It's accurate because they all came from Britain.
Well, except for a lot of the Southerners were influenced by the French.
That's different. That's a whole different accent, and she talks about that too.
But then those Southerners, which actually are very close to where we are now, Southern Louisiana, Southern Mississippi, those Creole. Southerners started to mix with the Southerners that were slightly farther north, the Northern Southerners. No, anyway, they wouldn't appreciate that.
That's us right now.
And I think that honestly, no matter where you go in the South, when you cross a community line, the accent is slightly different.
Mm-hmm.
It is.
It's true.
And Cuz was even talking about that. It's funny because he was telling me that he is originally from further south in Mississippi.
And people still ask him
Yeah.
where he's from.
And he's lived here for 20 years, and people still,
40 years. He said 40 years.
Did he say 40?
I thought that's what he said.
And people will still, he'll run into somebody at the gas station. They'll be like, you ain't from around here, are you?
He's like, not originally, but geez.
Come on.
Yeah. So, I mean, and me, like, if I spend too much time with him, when we were first dating, people would ask me at the grocery store where I was from because they thought I was from the South. Because if I spend too much time with somebody, I start to mimic how they talk.
Well, it's natural.
Yeah,
Everybody
but
does.
I do it, I think, more than like there's a name for it. I forget what it is. But like if I talk to like my mom's side of the family that's like from New York, I would start talking like I was from New York. And then it's like I can't help it. It just like happens.
Right.
You can't.
Well, and I catch myself sometimes, depending on what's going on that day and who I've talked to. I spend a lot of time on the phone with Ronnie or somebody.
Yeah.
My accent's thicker because, I had a really, really thick accent when I joined the military and left
And it
the
was still
Smoky Mountains.
it was still kind of thick when I met you.
Yeah. But then, like today, I've noticed I spent a lot of time on the phone today because of projects I was working on. And all that time on the phone was with people on the West Coast. And my accent, is West Coast, So, after we go hang out with some people in town tomorrow and
Oh yeah, by the time after like
I'll be sounding like this
yeah,
again. I mean,
after
what's up, y'all?
yeah, after church lunch on Sunday,
Right.
we all sound like we're from the Delta. Like
See, I'm around that all day long, every day until I get home, and then I hear the.
You're gonna sound like a complete hillbilly by this time next year.
yeah, I feel like hers cuts in and out. She gets home from school and it's real thick, and then by the evening time it's let up.
Because then I'm back with the Californians.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Ooh, frog legs tonight. Who's cooking those up? Robert Richards. Frying up some frog legs. South Louisiana frog legs. That sounds like a good time. A dove field. You know what, Kevin? That's a really good idea. It won't happen this year. Dove season is upon us right now. In fact, Frankie and I were talking last night about she has a single shot break open style 20 gauge shotgun that she has never fired.
Oh yeah.
We talked about maybe firing that tonight. It's probably not going to happen because we're supposed to go walk the creek, so that'll probably happen tomorrow. But we won't have time to set up a dove field this year. I intend on planting a lot of sunflowers and some corn next year, and there will be doves.
I have to brag on Frankie a little bit more. No, I have to brag on Frankie a little bit more.
Oh, you're bragging on Frankie?
Yeah. So Frankie got No, I'm gonna because I don't want people to know what school you go to.
I was like, sure you're not. That's why I said.
So Frankie got a referral today, but it's a positive referral at school. So her math teacher gave her this positive referral for having good attitude, enthusiasm, compassion, gratitude, determination, respect, responsibility, hard work, effort, and honesty. And thank you for always coming in and doing what you're supposed to.
She didn't check teamwork.
That's right. Well,
That's because we don't do that.
She didn't check self-control.
Well, that's okay. She's such a beautiful soul, and I'm so glad you're in my class to share it with me. Keep up good work, Ms. Reed. And then the principal wrote, "Keep it up, Frankie. Proud of you." So that was well, whatever. They're like co-principals.
The principal is always on the end.
But I was like so proud of her that she got that because it's hard. She's trying a new school. She's trying to make friends. She's trying to get the hang of the flow there, and it's middle school, so she's kind of just learning changing classes and things like that. So I was very proud of her. So I just had to brag just a little bit.
Yeah, dove season. Yeah, dove season's upon us. So I look forward to Frankie
I'm using your pants to scratch
doing
my
some
leg.
hunting with me. Dove is not something that we'll be hunting this year. We just don't have time to get all that pulled together. We're still graduating her up from the 22 to progressing. But we'll definitely be planting sunflowers, corn, switchgrass. I'm going to be using all of those things to help separate my food plots next year and create some barriers and stuff. And then those things will also be used to draw in wildlife and dove and honeybees and all kinds of fun stuff. There's so many.
Oh,
stuff.
definitely
Projects.
J Tiger. I've always said it off and on, bless your heart, both in the good way and in the bad way, because it does get used both ways.
Oh yeah.
So
If somebody says to you, "Oh, bless your heart," that's not a good thing.
no, it depends on how the context matters.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's that tone of voice. Like
Yeah.
they can say, "Oh, bless your heart," that's a good, or they can say,
Oh, bless your heart, he's so cute. Look at that little kid.
Right.
You know, like. But then if it's like, oh,
he was struggling with that one, bless his heart.
Yeah, like if then it's like, oh, he licked the lead paint, didn't he?
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Yeah, like David from Come On Homestead and thinks he can shoot straight. Bless his heart.
Bless his heart. I love it. Yeah. Make sure you guys go check out Scott Southworth's channel too. He's I feel like he's amongst us, even though he's not a homesteader or anything like that. But
He's our buddy.
He's our buddy, and he sings good music.
He writes good music.
Writes good music, sings good. Yeah. See, Scott says, "Bless your heart" can be positive. Yeah, I know a lot
Oh,
of
Scott's
people.
in here.
Yeah, Scott's in here.
Oh, hey, glad I didn't say anything bad about him.
Yeah, because he does that all the time. So make sure you guys go check out Scott Southworth's channel as well, because he's still in that contest, as far as I know, with his buddy to try to get to 1,000 subscribers first. So,
Yeah.
And you'll like his music. And one of his videos, I choreographed the line dance that is featured in it, and another video we're in. So,
Yeah.
good times. You can see Mike and I two-stepping and me dancing with a goat.
Howdy, Mike.
Sounds more like
Howdy,
a pagan
Scott.
sacrifice, but it's not, I promise. Too funny. Anyway. Nice. John Wiggs says he just subbed to Scott. Cool songs and cool dude. Awesome.
Yeah.
Yes, he is.
He's both the above.
He sang at our wedding reception. Yep, he's a good guy.
Yeah, we made him eat in the back with the rest of the vendors, but I'm just kidding.
Oh my goodness, I cannot with you. Bless your heart.
Let's see. Oh, your internet's glitching there?
Oh no, Petite Jean River.
Wow, sorry to hear that. Where are we originally from? Well, I'll tell you. If you want to hear the longer version of the backstory,
that'll be on the podcast.
you need to go listen to Fistful of Dirt's podcast Tuesday.
The short version is California, Tennessee.
That's right.
That's the short version.
That's
California.
Right.
Yeah.
But yeah, Mossy Oak's podcast, Fistful of Dirt, hosted by Cuz Strickland.
Oh, he doesn't have his phone out here, Scott.
Check your text.
Yeah.
When did you text me?
You want me to go get your phone?
No.
No.
Hopefully it wasn't very long ago. Dude, but man, I've been
picking heart. I like that one.
I've been
Yeah, that's a
buried
good
in a couple of fires at the office, and I was actually late to get out here. Sid had to start this without me.
I started a lot of things without you.
Yeah, well, you should go start dinner without me.
I already did. I got sushi at Kroger.
Oh, okay.
That was very loud.
That was
that
like
echoed.
That's my deer call.
Like the deer, like I could just picture it off in the creek. A deer just went.
Oh, speaking of deer,
Oh dear.
Frankie and I,
dear.
and you know what? We're working on our first food plot video. I don't know when that's going to post. We still have some things we need to do for it. It's definitely going to be a multi-part thing. It's going to be a series of us doing what we're doing. But the first spot where Frankie and I mowed down and we're getting ready to create a deer plot, we put a camera up there.
Mississippi Kroger sushi.
It
gets even better, Scott.
Yeah, right. Anyway, so we just went down last night and pulled the footage from the one trail cam that we put on that plot, which is the farthest southwest portion of our property. And we saw 2 bucks on this footage. One of them's a nice little 4-point. Actually, they're both 4 points. One of them's a little wider. And one of them's got some eye guards that might count, actually. He might be a 6-point. But anyway, neither of them are giant bucks, but they're both exciting, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fun to see.
He didn't believe me when I said that the one deer was different than the
Yes, Brian. TGIF.
I was right, because then they were both there midday.
Yeah, midday.
I think it is a
both
step up
there.
from the gas station sushi. Like, it looked pretty good. And we used to get occasionally, like when we were in Ramona, I would get the Albertsons $5 Friday sushi. And so I was like, I'm gonna risk it. We'll either live or we'll be praying to the porcelain god later. It's a 50-50 crapshoot at this point, but we're gonna give it a whirl.
Is it a 50-50?
I don't know.
You guys feel that humidity?
It's calmed down now.
It's a decent.
It was
thick day.
that.
I'm
It was
breathing the humidity.
it was thick when I came out here and was setting up, but I feel like it calmed down.
Yeah, I think it is a little bit.
Or you're just.
We're gonna be putting on
That
our mud boots and spraying down a lot of deep woods off and crawling down through that creek bed here in the next half hour.
I sprayed myself.
I didn't.
You have a mosquito on your head.
Oh my god! I'm telling you, I sprayed my whole head with permethrin and
I don't know what he thinks he's gonna get out of there.
I don't know. I'm gonna.
She said.
Wait a minute. That's not right. Do you guys see what I have to put up with? These two are a lot to say.
She said, "I don't know," and then 10 seconds later, she goes, "Wait a minute."
What
Whatever.
part of Tennessee am I from? McMinn County. You can look it up. It's over there on the east side.
It's over there.
That's right. 300 people watching. Hit that like button. That's right. Thank you, John.
Hey, we got up to 300
Definitely.
people. Come on.
Yeah.
Woo!
Oh, Auntie Ann said they had rain in Oklahoma, so the humidity's through the roof right now.
Yeah.
I know Auntie Ann does not like the humidity. Sam, I am. I know she does not enjoy
Sam,
it.
I am.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're supposed to have rain here too. Actually,
They said that every day this week, and
They
every day
do.
this week we have not had rain.
I'll
so
tell you right now.
I'm just saying.
I
Although
Every
think
morning
I don't know.
it's
the weather people in the South, I don't think
I don't think
They
they
got it
actually
figured
went
out.
to meteorology school. I think they just
meteorology school.
Yeah.
Just take
I
a
don't
guess.
know.
I feel like
You know who knows the weather in this area? I'll tell you, if you want to know the weather,
There is one guy on TikTok. He's a Mississippi news weatherman, and he tells you how to pronounce the different towns in Mississippi and the history of them and stuff.
does this have
And-
anything to do with weather?
Yeah, he talks about the weather. He explained heat lightning one night.
here's what I think. I think
That sounds deadly.
if you want to know what the weather's going to be like for the next several days anywhere in the South, all you have to do is call somebody that cuts hay for a living.
That's
Yes.
Those
have,
cats got
they
it figured
know
out.
to the minute when it's gonna
Yeah.
rain. I don't.
I
know
think the
how they
weathermen
know.
probably call them. They're
They
like,
call the hey guys.
yo, dog, what? I need
Yeah.
to know what to tell
Is
these
it gonna
people. What's
rain?
going to happen?
Yeah, I don't know how.
Hey,
they
guys,
know,
no,
but-
it's going to be good for 3 days. I'm on my way out to cut right now.
Yeah.
You might be right, Gungadin. I may have worded that incorrectly, but you know what I meant. Not to be graphic, but
Uh-oh.
there was a time in our old house
Old house.
we had a bathtub.
Harbison Canyon?
Yeah, a
Old.
bathtub across from the toilet, and one time the stomach flu both got used at the same time.
Oh, that you said not to be graphic,
Well, I
but
didn't
then you
get-
went there.
But I didn't get graphic. I didn't describe what happened.
Anybody that's got an imagination is hopefully not eating right now.
Don't eat your gas station sushi
Hopefully it's
right
not
now while
dinner
I'm
time.
talking. Yeah, that's true.
Wow.
I feel like this is your warning. Don't eat when mom's on the live.
Yeah, if she's
Yeah,
talking,
well,
that's funny. That's hilarious.
I'm just saying. They do. They're kind of magical. They're like a magician meets a fortune teller.
Talk about the hay people,
No, weatherman.
Oh.
If they get it right.
if they get it right. I mean, there's some areas of the country that are really predictable. Like, if you got a farmer's almanac, you're good. And then there's other areas of the country.
John Wigg says, "Please be graphic. You're speaking the truth."
I think when you're in any area in the South and you're trying to predict day to day,
Chickasaw, Pafford.
you got a hard road ahead of you.
If it ain't at 50%, do whatever I need to do because it ain't going to rain, Mama Murphy says.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I feel like if I'm looking back at the last 2 weeks, it's the days that it was 54% chance, 60%. Those are the days it rained. If it was 48% chance, it didn't rain.
It was just
No,
And
I
all
think it
those-
only rained the days that it was 80 to 100% chance that it was
Right.
going to rain. Those were the days that it rained.
Well, the day that we were out there working on the deer plot
yeah.
and it started to rain on us, I think that was like a 35% chance day.
Yeah.
But what happened
It
was
only did for a
it
second.
sprinkled for a couple minutes. I was like, oh,
It was
here
like
comes
a heavy,
the rain.
It was like a started rain and then it stopped.
And then
I
like
turn
for a
on
minute.
Yeah, like a
Yeah,
cloud
'cause
passed
it
over.
was
And then it was
a
done.
little bit-
Yeah.
For the most part, yeah. These like 13% chance of rain. Nah, not gonna rain.
That's accurate. That's accurate. So let's see. Did we hit everything this week that is going on? We talked about the podcast. I just want to make sure we talked about everything.
Dude, well, this is our 126th live.
126th live.
Our first live was September 21st, 2017.
17.
So we've been doing
2017?
lives for a long
For a
time.
long time.
2017.
Yeah, and for a while I was doing 2 a week. We did take a break for a little while because we had some scheduling issues going on for a while with doing our lives because we couldn't find a time where we could both do them, and we just kind of stopped for, gosh, I think we stopped for almost a year.
You know, I almost feel like if I had time to kill, I'd go look at some of these other channels and like go through and count their lives and see
Right.
how many lives they've actually
Yeah,
done.
just out of curiosity.
Just
Yeah,
out of curiosity.
that'd be funny.
Yeah. I don't know.
I love you. But yeah, so let's see. We talked about the live thing that we're going to talk about more in detail on Monday. Sipping and I can't talk today.
Sipping and spilling.
Sipping and spilling. Thank you. I'm like, blah, blah, blah.
She'll be doing most of the sipping, clearly.
You know what? It's been a very long day.
Has it been a very long
I
day?
was driving around Tupelo trying to do recon.
Because you won't take me.
Because you were at school.
Well,
We're all going to go to Tupelo.
We're all going to Tupelo tomorrow.
good.
Okay.
I need jeans.
Yeah.
God, this one's been complaining she needs jeans every time I buy her
Because
jeans.
he gets mad.
So
that
she
I-
shows up. Hold on. She shows up last night out to shoot with me. We're going to practice a little bit with the Ruger 1022. And I was like, Frankie, go get those boxes over there, break them down. Will you do this? And where's your pocket knife? I don't have pockets.
She got home from school and she can't take a pocket knife to school. I'm just saying.
Obviously.
Right. And then I like handed her a magazine and I was like, here, put this in your pocket. And she, I don't have pockets. Well, you need to go change your pants.
I
But
don't-
you can't not have pockets.
I don't have that many jeans.
You need more jeans.
And I have leggings. And only one pair of leggings has pockets.
Yeah, you're not allowed to wear leggings when we're doing that kind of stuff. You have to wear
Exactly.
stuff with pockets so you can put stuff in them. You gotta have a pocket knife. You gotta be able to put magazines in your
Yeah,
pocket.
I'm
I
glad
don't
you caught the
have
live.
pockets on those jeans.
Oh
Maybe
yeah,
I
I've heard about going to Moore's in Pontotoc. Yeah, and I went to Scruggs once, but I need to go again with them. So maybe we'll go by there tomorrow.
Kevin, welcome. First time catching one of our live
That's
chats.
true, Cindy Brown. That is right. Most women's pants have crappy pockets, but I will tell you this: in fact, I got a dress for church that has pockets, and I didn't know it had pockets when I ordered it, and I was like, oh my gosh, score, bonus points. It's like
I got boys Wrangler jeans. These have really good pockets.
yeah, we got those at the
Compared to
meetup.
the ones I got in Arkansas,
Yeah.
these ones have bigger pockets. And
Gotta
those
have
are
pockets.
those are women's jeans compared
Yep.
to
Gotta be able to
boys.
put bullets in your pockets. Gotta
That's
be able to
right.
put
I did
knives
put
in your
bullets.
pockets.
I put bullets in these pockets.
Get her a pair of overalls. That's
No.
not a bad idea.
A pair of overalls?
Yeah, it's not a bad idea.
I
Get
don't
you
know.
some Mossy Oak
That's,
overalls.
that's not a bad
Mossy
idea.
Oak overalls?
I'm all about Mossy
They
Oak
would-
right now.
They would only have it in camo though.
I know. Well, that's okay. We won't see you coming.
When I started looking into their backstory, I mean, I always knew
No.
who Mossy Oak was and I liked their camo, but when I started looking into their backstory and finding out how these two guys started this company back in like 80, I don't remember, 80.
Cooking
early
with
80s.
CJ, howdy. We are digging the new spot. Yes. I just miss my friends. I don't really miss anything else.
Big
I just
Smith
miss my
overalls.
friends. Really.
Big
That's hard.
Smith.
I talk to my friends pretty much every day though. So it hasn't
Oh,
been
yeah.
too bad. It hasn't been too bad.
I'm not familiar with Big Smith overalls.
So
I've got some Carhartt overalls.
I'm not familiar
Yeah.
with any overalls. You have Carhartt overalls?
I do. I don't know where they are.
he's fancy like that. They're probably in the
They're
shed
probably
thing
$1
or the
million.
workshop or the garage, one of the two.
Yeah.
Anyway. So okay, just to recap, we've got Sunday is a big reveal, you guys. So Sunday's video is a premiere at 3 p.m. Central. So that means if you guys aren't familiar with the premiere, that means that when the first time the video posts, as you're watching it live, we'll be sitting there chatting live, sort of like this, only you won't see us sitting there like typing it. You'll see the video premiering and we'll be just chatting in there with you, but you'll
Yeah.
see big
You don't want to miss this
you
one.
do not want to miss it. I put a lot of work into this video with one eye.
And we're doing it later in the day. We're doing it at like 3 o'clock.
3 p.m.
So
Central Time. So
it's
we
after
should-
church.
Out of church. Everybody
Yeah.
should be good, and we can sit and do that. So I'm excited for that big reveal. And then Monday is going to be, I'm not sure what time yet, but the Sippin' and Spillin' first video, premiere video, not a premiere, but the first video of the channel will
Yep.
be out.
Yep. And that's going to be, and then it's going to be
And
Monday
then it'll be
through
Monday
Friday.
through Friday. Yeah, it'll be
Yeah,
the whole
we're
thing.
committed.
And then Tuesday is also the Fistful of Dirt Part 1 with us. So
and Cuz Strickland
on
Mossy Oaks.
On Mossy Oaks Fistful
of Dirt podcast. Don't miss it.
Make sure you go check that out too. I'm excited to hear it, and that's gonna be fun. So, and then hopefully Wednesday I'll have the video of our adventure doing that out on Wednesday. So
good night, Cindy. Thank you.
big week. Thank you so much, Cindy. Appreciate you. So, all right, guys, it is time for us to scoot because we got to go explore the creek, and then we got to eat some gas station sushi. So, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button on the way out. Don't forget, big premiere Sunday at 3 o'clock. And don't forget to go throw some love to the Sippin' and Spillin' channel. First video drops Monday.
Oh, one more thing. Sorry. All y'all that are still in here, bounce over to Come On Homestead's channel. Jump onto any video he's got. Any video he's got. Click on it and enter a comment. Heard you can't shoot straight.
Oh, dang.
Mm-hmm.
Ouch.
That's all I have.
That's all I have.
All right. That works. Go show him some love, though. Seriously, go show SLR some love. Go show
Country Road Cure
some love. Like, go spread some love tonight, guys, and have a fabulous, and safe Labor Day weekend. Thank you guys for hanging out with us.
Bye.
Bye.